Welcome back, Bulls fans. It's time to talk about everyone's favorite small forward, and I'll get into that in a minute. But it's Matas Buzelis. It's time to talk about the leap I think he can take, the stats I think he'll produce, the development he should show, and just overall predictions for how his season can go. But first, I want to know, are you excited for this season? I'm super excited, but are you? If you are, hit the like and hype button down below. So to start with his stats, last year he averaged 29.2 minutes per game, scored 16.3 points on 46.3% shooting, 2.1 assists, 5.8 rebounds, 0.7 steals, and 1.5 blocks per game. And this was already a pretty decent breakout for Matas. It was an 8% or 8 point per game increase. He averaged more rebounds, pretty much all stats across the board, but it was that 8 points per game specifically that was the noticeable jump. And not even just statistically, you could tell he was more comfortable. Now, he never backed down from a challenge as a rookie, but you could tell he went seeking for the challenges more last year. Like as a rookie, he wasn't necessarily seeking the challenge, but he was definitely not backing down if the challenge was presented. This past year, you could tell he was searching for a challenge more. Like he wanted it to be difficult. He didn't want it to be easy for him. And I think that's one reason why he should be able to take a leap this year and be able to really just have an incredible year. Now, the stats I think he will put up are, I think he'll jump to 32.7 minutes per game, 22.7 points. So 8 points per game increase last year, 6 more from last year to this coming year, 47% field goal percentage, almost 48. I think he'll jump about 2%. 2.3 assists, 6.3 rebounds, 0.9 steals, and 1.8 blocks per game. Now, personally, I think these are reasonable because, yes, we have gotten rid of the guys like Kobe and the guys like Zach and all them that would have been the main guys taking touches from him and taking shots from him. And bring in Norm. He will take a good amount of shots. He averaged 15 last year. But even with him, even with Caleb, I think we're going to play a high tempo offense. Just with the pieces we have. We have a spot up shooter that can bang a three in transition. We have Matas and Caleb, and honestly, even Clax to a extent, but mostly Matas and Caleb, who are going to be some of the better transition players in the league. We have Clax, who is going to be a good lob threat, and Giddey, who is a high tempo playmaker. And I think all of that put together is going to be a really, really high tempo offense that I think will just get a lot of looks to a lot of players, a lot of high volume scoring. And because of that, I think Matas won't have like a crazy jump in the amount of shots he's taking per game, but I do think he will still be able to have a decent increase despite bringing in a high volume shooter like Norm. And with the addition of Norm and the addition of Caleb, I do think that will open up the offense a lot and will allow Matas to work a lot more than he already kind of was last year. Now, I know saying Caleb will open the offense is a little bit weird, but if you watch the Summer League, you saw that the shot is legit. I mean, came out, shot 7 for 11 from 3 his first game, and then wasn't necessarily taking 11 threes a game for the other 3 games, but I think he was still averaging about 5 to 7 threes taken. So he's willing to shoot it. He proved that he wasn't shooting it at UNC because they didn't tell him, hey, put up as many threes as possible. But, I mean, I think with Caleb's shot being more legit than people thought, I think with Norm being a 40% shooter for his career, I think that's just going to open up the offense a ton to let him work. And I said I would talk about him at small forward. I think he's going to be moved to small forward now that we have Caleb. And personally, I think small forward is his true position. I think he's going to be incredible at small forward. He's got the length, he's got the height, he's got good handles for being a 6'10 kid. He's got the good mid-range game. He can attack. He's just way more built to be a 3 than a 4. Like, he's the guy that you start at 3, and then as your 4 gets tired, if Matas still has a little bit of energy to put in, then by all means throw him in. He can play the 4. He's proven last year he can play the 4, but I think he's going to be just incredible at the 3. But and for this slide, do I think it's award season for him? I think so. I expect him to, at the very least, push for an all-star spot. Kind of like, I think his floor will kind of be what Giddey was last year, that fringe all-star who you can make a really good case for being an all-star. But I truly think he will be an all-star. I mean, if you can produce in Chicago, you're an all-star. We're a big enough market that all you got to do is just show them you have the all-star talent. They'll give it to you. They'll give you the nod. And I think Caleb will show more than easily that he is an all-star player in this league. Now, do I think there are other awards? I do. I do think he will be able to, at minimum, push for an all-defensive team, but I do think he can make it. I think there is a world where, at the very least, he's a second-team all-defensive forward. Like I said, I think he can push for 2 blocks a game, push for a steal a game. I mean, he was one of the main guys when it came to blocks and threes last year. It was just him, Scotty, Barnes, and I can't remember the third guy, but it was just the 3 of them that had as many blocks and threes as Matas. So I think if he's moved to the 3, I think he will be able to get even more just by having his wingspan. I think he will be able to get more blocks on the perimeter, actually. Like, I think he can be that high volume shot blocker and pass interceptor that you are seeing lately from small forwards. But when it comes to awards, I think all defense and all-star. I genuinely think he can do it. It's up to him, and I know he wants it, so who am I to say he can't? But overall, my thoughts, like I said, I think he's making the all-star leap. I think he's going to start knocking on the door of all defensive territory. And overall, I think, well, with Norm, he might be the second guy, but I think if we're talking purely stats, he's going to be either the top scorer or the second scorer. It's really going to depend on him and Norm. Whoever wants to score more is going to get it. But I think this is going to be the year that he takes that all-star leap, takes that leadership leap, and really proves not just to us Bulls fans, but to the NBA community as a whole, why he was mocked as the number one pick for most of his draft cycle. And he's going to prove why he is the next one of the next franchise stars of our Chicago Bulls. Now, I can't say he's going to be the franchise star because Caleb's going to be a superstar, but him and Caleb are going to be that 1-2 punch, that franchise punch that the Bulls have been looking for since Michael and Scotty. But that's just me. What do you think? That's the real question, though. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you not? Do you think he can make the leap? Comment totally or not really down below. And when you do, make sure to tell me why. I love hearing your guys' thoughts. I love hearing where your guys' heads are at. And I love having discussions with you guys. You guys are so fun to interact with. You guys are the best. And please make sure to share and subscribe to get us to even more people, because we love you guys. We love this community, and we want to show everyone else why this community that we all have built is the best Bulls community in the world. And I want everyone to see why. We're trying to reach 1,900 subscribers. Please make sure to subscribe. We need about 10 more. So every subscriber matters. Every share matters. Like I said, we love all of you that are here. We talk about it all the time. We love this community. But please make sure to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're followed on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We post there as well as here. And as always, I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. As always, see Red Bulls Nation.